I have to know. You two are so big. How do you work?
You can't ask that.
Yeah, JL, that's rude. How would you like it if Big Bird asked you how you work?
Well, JL doesn't have a hand up his butt, so...
Not until I'm dead.
Well, Big Bird also doesn't have a hand up his butt, so...
Yeah.
It's okay. I'm 8'2", so I'm a pretty impressive Muppet.
Now you are, but the first season, your feathers looked a little rough.
Yes, but everyone has an origin story.
Big Bird was based off a fire-breathing dragon for the company La Choi. I'm a woolly mammoth, by the way, not that you asked. You probably can't see me. That was my bit. Adults can't see me unless they're drunk. For years, everyone thought I was just Big Bird's imaginary friend. I used to have yellow eyes, too.
We can see you, Snuffy.
Are you drunk, Sabrina?
That's a loaded question. There, buddy. But, no. Not yet. We're still looking for that beer. But remember, you were seen not only by the cast, but by Phil Donahue and George Stephanopoulos. Sesame Street, after a while, thought that sent the wrong message about Big Bird telling the truth about his friend. And so this was to teach children to always tell adults everything, especially serious incidents. So Mr. Snuffleupagus was revealed to be real.
Oh, yes.
Okay, great. But how does Big Bird work? Strings, wires, robot parts, witches, duct tape?
Witches is the only thing that can explain this.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty good. Legit.
Actually, the puppeteer puts on pants that look like my legs, and then my massive head.
Hey, speaking of massive heads, JL, are you happy now?
Speaking of massive heads, I am. Anyway, my body is lifted over the puppeteer and is strapped into a supportive harness. His right hand then reaches into my head and controls my mouth. A small trigger is connected to the pinky finger on his right hand to control Big Bird's eyelids. My left arm is a large glove controlled by the operator's left arm. To move my right arm, there is a small monofilament wire that runs through and across my body and attached to my other arm.
I once read on the back of a coupon for a Vicks Vapor Rub that there's a monitor strapped to the puppeteer to help him see.
That's impressive.
Thanks.
No. Not
I
you,
can say
Sabrina.
thanks too, damn it.
Your
I'm
useless
impressive.
knowledge of labels is mediocre at best.
Yeah, tell her, Big Bird.
I have a monitor. That's impressive. You're welcome, and thank you.
Whatever.
We have a question for you, JL.
Shoot! Some bad kids left this cooler here, and it has cans of soda in it, but it doesn't taste like soda. It tastes weird. Let me see that. It's beer! It's not soda. Tell us more about this beer. Not that we condone drinking beer, although many people have accused me of it because of Mr. Snuffleupagus.
JL Beer Cooler, it's cooler than you think. JL Beer Cooler, it's cool enough to drink. It's cool enough to drink, yeah.
All right, let's see this beer. It's Funky Buddha. It's their mixology series. It's their white sangria. It's got a nice 9.5 ABV. Looks pretty good.
I'm going to give the label a 1.
Well, it looks like all the other mixology ones just with a sangria glass on it.
What are the other mixology ones we've done so far?
Margarita Goza, Manhattan Rye, and what was the other one?
I thought there was only 2.
No, we did 3.
Yeah, we could look it up on the website.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I know Margarita Goza and Manhattan Rye.
Yes.
Was it? Okay.
No, this was the third one.
Yeah, this is the third one. I thought there was 4 total.
There are.
Yeah, so this would be the third one, and then the Coquito is the next one.
Okay, all right.
All right, so stay tuned until we find Sesame Street. At the very end of the show, we'll give you the rating on the beer. 1 through 6 is our rating system, 1 being the worst, 6 being the best. It's based on a 6-pack. This system makes sense to everybody but one lone Canadian.
All right, but did that make sense to Big Bird and Snuffleupagus?
Probably not.
Oh, well, let's find out.
On my way to where the air is sweet.
Hey, wait a minute. Where did Big Bird and Mr. Snuffleupagus go?
Cookie.
Not after beer now.
No, JL, it's Cookie Monster. He wants a cookie. Can I touch your head?
Sure, for cookie.
I don't have a cookie.
C is for cookie. That's good enough for me. Cookie Monster will also take Xbox Game Pass. X is for Xbox. That's sure expensive for me.
I have a cookie. Don't ask. Just
Nom 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 nom. Now you touch my head.
Ooh, it's felty. I like it.
Can I lick it?
Go figure. Just like the last one. I think they're all felty, Laura.
You don't know that.
Cookie Monster is Muppet. All Muppets are soft, unlike humans. Humans are hard and stressed. Me eat more cookies. Nom 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 nom.
Hey, Cookie Monster, I thought you turned into Veggie Monster, and now you only eat veggies. Nom nom.
Cookie Monster still like cookies, just not only cookies. Cookie Monster expand palate to veggies, just not Brussels sprouts.
To Sesame Street.
I'm back. Meeting is over. How's it going so far? Learning anything?
yeah, this place is great. They are so clear here, and you guys are fun.
I like you guys.
You guys are fun. I like you guys. I like talking to the Muppets.
It's funny that you say that because originally in the first season, the Muppet characters and the human characters did not interact at all. After test screenings, we found out that children were more interested in animated and Muppet segments than any time the adults appeared on the show.
I feel that feels kind of obvious.
Well, part of the problem was that adult dialogue was tedious and long, and the Muppets and animated segments were quick and fun. So to fix this, we combined the real people with the Muppets. The Muppets became part of the townsfolk.
I see Grover over there.
Ooh, I want to lick him.
I want to interact with him.
Neither of you should lick him.
Hi, Grover. What can you tell me about the history of Sesame Street?
Did you know the Children's Television Workshop was approached by producers, educators, and officials in other nations requesting that a version of the show be aired? I don't know what's so funny, Sabrina. In their countries, so the show would be near and far. Near and far. Near and far.
I once read that depending on the country's needs and resources, different versions were produced, including dubbed versions of the original show. By 2016, 39 different versions were created and produced, each with its own Muppet.
Where did you read that?
On the back of a Chipotle cup.
Well, I once read all the different burrito combinations on the back of a Chipotle cup. Sabrina, there in your face.
That's very weird. Near and far.
Grover, you've already said that.
Well, this is all Chris practice for his impersonation of me. Very true.
Okay, then. Well, I would like to go meet Elmo.
On my way.
Elmo would like to meet you too, Laura.
Can I touch your head?
Elmo would like that. That tickle.
Hey, guys. I just tickled me, Elmo.
Can I lick you?
No.
What? Are you a pirate now?
Oh, I see. It's okay for you to throw in the pirate joke now, but when I wanted to put in a pirate joke in Doctor Who, you were all like, no pirate joke.
Elmo says don't fight. And Laura, you should never lick your friends. That's just weird. Elmo heard all the times you asked. Elmo is glad you never did. Elmo said, look at me, fish. Dorothy swim in her fishbowl. Oh, no!
Oh, no, what's wrong, Elmo? What's wrong with Dorothy? Do I need a liquor?
Dorothy's fishbowl is full of scraps of paper.
Yeah, that kind of happens to fish bowls whenever JL comes around.
It's a skill. Those scraps of paper are called fishbowl facts.
Fishbowl facts.
Elmo's sad. What do we do?
Well, don't be sad, Elmo. All we have to do is pick out one of the scraps of paper and read them.
Elmo don't understand.
It's easy. Here, let me show you.
Fishbowl fact number 1.
In 2002, the South African version of the program, Takalini Sesame, introduced a 5-year-old Muppet character named Cammy, who is HIV positive, in order to help children living with the stigma of a disease.
Bet you're glad you picked that one.
Oh, yeah.
Elmo think fishbowl facts are fun.
No, you should have not put that one in there for me to grab first.
Gotta love those random fishbowl facts.
You guys are so unprofessional.
Near and far. Yes, Grover, we get it.
What'd you pick, Elmo? Was it as fun as the last fact?
I hope so. These fishbowl facts are fun. Here. Elmo, try.
Fishbowl fact number 2.
Ever since Ernie and Sesame Street, rubber ducks tend to have a much more uniform shape and size. It set the standard for today's modern rubber duck. Oh, that's fun. That's fun. Now everybody try.
Fishbowl fact number 3.
Kermit the Frog hosted The Tonight Show in 1979.
Fishbowl fact number 4.
The first episode on November 10th, 1969 was sponsored by the letters W, S, and E, and the numbers 2 and 3.
Fishbowl fact number 5.
Not everyone was thrilled with Sesame Street's format. Some critics argued that it catered to children's short attention spans.
Fishbowl fact number 6.
Since its inception, over 74 million Americans have watched Sesame Street. Today, an estimated 8 million people tune into the show each week in the U.S. alone.
Fishbowl fact number 7.
Bert and Ernie were extensions of the personalities of Jim Henson, who played Ernie, and his closest collaborator, Frank Oz, who played Bert.
Fishbowl fact number 8.
In 1983, producers won an Emmy for having the real-life characters explain the death of Mr. Hooper to Big Bird. Mr. Hooper had been played by Will Lee.
Fishbowl fact number 9.
Mr. Snuffleupagus' first name is
What is it?
Can you speak that into the microphone? I can't hear it.
aluminum. Alloys. Here, you want to try?
Aloysius.
Mr.
Aloysius.
Aloysius. That sounds pretty close.
Oh, that might be good. That's Mr. Snuffleupagus' first name.
Aloysius.
Aloysius.
And that's why he goes by Mr. Snuffleupagus.
Snuffy.
Aloysius.
Fishbowl fact number 10.
Big Bird has amazingly been played by Carol Spiney since 1969 and all the way up until 2018.
I met him.
Really?
Yes,
Did you lick him?
I did.
In the costume or out of the costume?
He was out of the costume.
Okay.
How'd you recognize him?
He had a big sign that said he was Big Bird.
That was a good question, though.
If he did not have that big sign that said he was Big Bird, I'd have no idea. And then since it is audio, I am
Pointing to the big
pointing
sign.
to the big sign above my head that
The
says Big
imaginary
Bird.
big sign above your head.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay, dirty fishbowl clean. Elmo happy. Elmo go now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yep, 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 yep.
Bye. Yip, 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 yip.
Bye. Yep, 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 yep. Bye.
Oh my God, can you guys go bother someone else? Don't you have anything better to do?
Yep, 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 yep. Nope.
Yip, 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 yip. Nope.
Nope. Nope. Yep, yep. Nope.
Oh,
nope,
look, wait, guys.
nope,
I
nope.
see the
Yep,
cow
yep, yep,
over
yep,
there.
yep.
Let's go lick him.
Laura.
I mean, let's go touch his head.
No, Laura.
Fine, let's go meet him like normal, boring people.
To where the air is sweet.
Podcasters. I love to hypnotize podcasters.
I thought you didn't hypnotize people anymore. Not after you did that to Bert and Ernie.
Yes, I count now. I will count you podcasters. Let's see. 1 podcasters. 2 podcasters. 3 podcasters. And yes, 4 podcasters. 4 podcasters.
Hey, guys, I was just counted by the count.
Let me play my organ for you.
He's going to play his what for us?
Jill, stop. This is a kid's show.
He said it, not me.
You know, I once read on a bumper sticker that the Count was played by Jerry Nelson from 1972 until his death in 2012. And the Count was distantly related to Countess Darling von Darling.
You know, that was a mighty big bumper sticker you read there.
It was on the back of a Suburban. My bats are late, and I must count something else. But what to count?
We haven't worked in our pop quiz yet, if you want to count that. It has numbers in it.
Yes, I will count the pop quiz. 1 pop quiz.
That was really good count, but not what I had in mind.
Thank you. Maybe I can help. This is Guy Smiley, your host of the pop quiz.
This is more like it.
This pop quiz is called, Do You Think the Count's Days Are Numbered? Or Big Bird could not hang out with the Sesame Street gang because he was ostrich-sized. Thank you. This is 5 general knowledge facts on Sesame Street in order of the easiest to the hardest to test your knowledge. Score 1 point for each correct answer. Everybody ready? You got your pens, your papers, and your scented erasers?
Yeah.
Good, I don't care. When trouble arises. Question number 1. When trouble arises, who does Grover turn into? Question number 2. What is the name of Elmo's pet? Question number 2. What is the name of Elmo's pet? If you get this one wrong, you're an idiot. I'm an idiot. You're Elmo.
Oh my god!
I found it. I remember.
Thank you. Question number 3. What kind of